G'day. Well, there it is, part 3 of a 3-part series. The Gibb River Road. What a trip, what an adventure. Started off in Drysdale station, drove from there down the rough bumpy old road down the Gibb River Road, and then came to a beautiful little place called Ellenbrae station. Now it's beautiful because it's really outstanding, very different to all of the other places you might stay on the Gibb River. It's great because it's like driving into a little English cottage, and it's all nice and lots of green grass, and they actually serve scones, jam and cream there, well known for it. And apparently I think they served 22,000 last year, so that's a lot of scones. Yeah, so the scones, jam and cream, and also they do a lovely fresh squeezed juice there, which is great. From there off I go, and then I ended up at the big one, Questro. What a place. They've got it all there. It's very commercialised, but it's also very organised. So you can stay in your van and do your own thing, or you can go up. They've got a bar, and they've got the meals, and they've got the helicopters, and they've got it all. And it's also really close to 2 favourite little places of mine, which was Emma Gorge and Zippity Hot Springs. Emma Gorge was just outstanding. Bit of a hike, but when you get there, well, I'll let the video do the talking. Anywho, let's go.
In the back way to Tom Price.
And they closed all the roads.
They closed all the roads because of the flooding. And so we went up, went out to Tom Price and back again. So, but that's it. This is the kind of stuff I've been doing since 1988.
It's interesting, my interpretation of the little swimming hole was like the river, but kind of cordoned off with logs and rocks, and just basically a little swimming pool. But alas, it's not. It's just an open river, and sort of murky once you get in by about, well, I don't know, 1.5 metres. After that it becomes murky. And I'm sure, it's probably my imagination, but I'm sure that there's parts of this river that are moving eerily, so to speak. Anywho, it's so jolly hot, I'm just going to go for a swim anyway. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I just had to film this. How good is this? It's a bath at the campsite. And I guess you just fill it up with water, but I don't know, I can imagine little ice cubes in here. But this is pretty cool, eh? What a classic. I was just filming some drone shots, slightly obscure on the road, but nothing major. And car coming along, I've given them the thumbs up, keep going, everything's fine. Anyway, it slowed to a stop. Police insignia all over the side. And the policeman said, well, mildly impressed. I said, oh, what have I got to do to be fully impressed? He said, no, it's okay. We had a quick chat and everything was fine. And then he scooted it off on the wrong side of the road, which means it is fair and reasonable to get on the smoothest side of the road regardless. Well, here I am on the Pentecost River, just crossed over the Pentecost River. I'm on the correct side. I'm on the side of Kununurra and El Questro and Wynnum. It's been a major trip doing the Gibb River track. It's definitely not a road, the Gibb River track, and been a whole lot of fun, lots of adventures, lots to tell you all about. And there was a dozen people here just a moment ago. They were all airing up, I've aired up, they've left, and I've got no fuel. The tank says 0, and I think I've got 49 kilometres to El Questro. So stay tuned, fingers crossed. Well, let's go. left for Emma Gorge walk at 7:20 a.m. So here we are at Emma Gorge. It's about 45 minutes to an hour and a half walk up the gorge, and I would call it medium to difficult. If you've got dodgy hips or knees, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. But otherwise, fitness is reasonably important, but you will love it when you get up here. There's this massive big swimming pool type setup behind me. Obviously it's going to be a whole lot different in different parts of the season. This time of the season, which is approaching the wet, there's very little water coming down, but still looks pretty effective. So if you're fit enough, you definitely should get up to Emma Gorge. On the road up to Emma Gorge at 10 o'clock, left at 7 o'clock for the walk. Well, there you have it. Gibb River Road, tick, part 3 of a 3-part series, all done. It was quite an adventure. A few dilapidations on the caravan, a couple on the car, but basically all just little loose screws and little things like that. Nothing too major. So glad I've done it. Big tick, Gibb River Road done. And yeah, would I recommend it? Well, I would recommend it for the adventure. What was the condition of the road? Well, I'll tell you exactly how it was. And don't forget, it's going to change week by week. So what I'm describing right now could change literally in 1 or 2 weeks' time if they have a grader over there, or if they have a lot of tourist buses, or if they have cars and vans and cars and campers that go flying over and hit the corrugations and just make them worse. So my experience, yeah, it was a little bit rough. How it happened was 500 metres to 750 metres, it would be pretty jolly bad. I mean, shake your teeth out, like, and you go so, have to go so slow. It was just that thought of maybe I'll just turn around and go back. But endure it, because after that, say 500, 750 metres, suddenly it just becomes a dirt road, just like any other dirt road, and you think, wow, this is fantastic. That may last for another 5, 10, 15 kilometres, and you'll get another rough patch. So that's my description of the Gibb River Road. And yeah, I would not take pull the caravan up to Mitchell Falls, but I would take it to Drysdale Station. And I definitely, obviously, would take it to El Questro. Some people really complained about the road from the highway into El Questro, so go figure. Anywho, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you found it enjoyable, useful, helpful, and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, I'll just keep on rattling on until you do prescribe. That would be great if you do. If you think it's worth sharing, that too would be great. And until next time, this is Paul Will Drive, signing off.